Dollar, 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 that's what I need.
KBLA Talk 1580 celebrates small businesses, the enduring lifeblood of our community, with the launch of the KBLA SMB Marketplace. For the first time, small to medium-sized businesses will have an opportunity to promote their goods and services on KBLA and take advantage of our powerful reach and local marketing power. The SMB Marketplace is hosted exclusively on KBLA1580.com and is accessible from all our social media channels. Whether you're a small mom and pop restaurant, a car dealership, or a professional practitioner, we invite you to join in this new KBLA Talk 1580 initiative to promote your business. As a Black-owned small business, you don't want to miss this unique opportunity to gain new customers on KBLA Talk 1580. For more information, contact us today at smb@kbla1580.com. That's smb@kbla1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
And if I share with you my story, would you share your shadow with me? Time to get
You ready?
Come on, it's the queen of royal badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers. Highlighting people and things you should know about. Robin's got you covered. Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Robin's got a lot to talk about.
We be blazed, so amazing. Yeah, everybody get up, yeah. We be blazed, so amazing. Come on, everybody get up, yeah. New year, new record, time to do bigger. Caught a plane to Cali Link with my quick. I'm bigger with the combination. We bomb the nation, but stay calm and patient as the world get hype for hearing our musical conversation. This a beautiful situation right here. Give a birth on the track, cause the cypher stay pregnant with ideas, and we rocking it. Rock.
Welcome to the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580, and this is your daily source for entertainment and celebrity news. I am Keith Underwood, sitting in for the phenomenal Robin Ayers, and you can catch me right here on KBLA every weekend on Saturdays at 9 p.m. and Sundays at 8 p.m. Pacific Time on my entertainment show, Black in the Green Room, where we spotlight inspiring stories from Black entertainers, creatives, and showbiz professionals. Now let's get on into this Raw Report. Andy, my man,
Yes,
what's
sir.
happening? How you been, brother?
Man, I've been all right. Reunited. Feel so good.
Reunited. I try to throw little vocals in there every now and then.
That's right.
Yeah, what you been up to, man? What's been good?
Man, just living life, being over here, holding it down here at KBLA.
Okay.
Just enjoying the beginning of fall coming up. So, I'm not a big fan of the darkness early.
Right. Why is that, Andy? Everything good happens at night, man.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. I'm going to agree with you.
I'm a sunlight type of guy or whatnot. So it's just, I like when the sun is out.
Yes. Another dollar, another day.
$1 million.
Another $1 million. That's right.
But I wanted to say this, Mr. Underwood.
Yes, sir.
You've been killing it on your show these last couple of weeks or whatnot.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I check in from time to time when I'm not too busy on a Saturday or whatnot. But I believe you had Eric Benet recently.
Yes.
Whatnot. So I'm just like, oh, man, Keith Underwood.
Yeah,
if you're not tapping in on Black in the Green Room, you need to, man.
Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that, man. Shameless plug, y'all. So if you want to join in on the conversation, please call us at 800-920-1580. Again, that's 800-920-1580. You can also join us on the YouTube chat at KBLA 1580. Again, that's at KBLA 1580. Let's get on into these topics. Now, y'all, Tia Mowry, she shut down all of those riff rumors. No drama, just love. Sisters Tia and Tamara, they set the record straight for all y'all out there that thought they had some type of beef. Well, Tia Mowry, she's shutting down the rumor mill, and she's setting the record straight. Recently, fans were speculating about a possible rift between Tia and her twin sister Tamara after noticing Tamara's absence from Tia's newest show. Now, the buzz started spreading like wildfire on social media, with fans worried that might be tension between the two sisters who've always been known for their tight-knit bond. But Tia isn't letting the gossip steal the spotlight. In a candid interview, she called the rumors ridiculous and reassured everyone that the only thing between them is love and support. Tia explained that her show is simply a solo project meant to explore her individual creativity and voice, separate from the iconic twin duo image they've shared for years. So, you know what, Andy? I am so glad that Tia, she set the record straight on this, and that sisters can be supportive of one another and still have their own projects. And there's no drama needed. You can do that.
I think a lot of people just, they witnessed them growing up, especially on the Soul Sister and just how tight they looked. Mm-hmm. And I think, they probably went through a little bit of, after the show was over, trying to figure out who they were individually.
Yes.
So, there might have been a perceived rift or whatnot, but yeah, I'm glad that they mended things, because I ain't gonna lie, me and my girl, we was talking about them even before the whole rift stuff came about.
Right.
I wonder how Tia and Tamara are doing. We haven't seen them together in a while.
Right.
But I'm like, they also got married, they had their own family, so I mean, you can't expect them to be around each other all the time.
Yeah, no, Andy, you are 100% correct, because it's just like we have to think about, celebrities as also being normal people, and people go on with their lives. They live in 2 different states now, and it might seem that way. They might talk on the phone every day. We don't know that. Well, Tamara, she backed her sister's statement up, and she chimed in with her own message, laughing off the rumors as another example of how the internet can blow things out of proportion. Tamara expressed full support for Tia's new venture and emphasized that while they may not be working together on every project, they are always cheering each other on. We're twins, not clones, Tamara joked, adding that it's healthy and natural for them to explore their own paths as artists, with both sisters making it clear there's no drama in sight. Fans can rest easy knowing that the Mari bond is stronger than ever, and that the only thing brewing between these 2 sisters is more success, whether they're side by side or shining on their own. And we're going to drop the mic right there. And when we come forward on the Raw Report, we're going to get into some more topics with our special guest contributor, Shelly Guillory.
What's up, everybody? It's Simeon Jays, and I'm chilling with Robin Ayers on the Raw Report.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580. Tabitha Smiley's new book, The Covenant with Black America, 20 years later, is now on sale everywhere. This classic text shot to #1 on the New York Times bestsellers list almost 2 decades ago. If you have the original book, you will surely want to get this 20th anniversary edition with powerful new contributions from today's leading voices. This 20th anniversary edition presents a compelling blend of historical insights and contemporary urgency in this critical and unprecedented election year. Get your copy of The Covenant with Black America, 20 years later, today.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep, so you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do there, we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust new Febreze car vent clips, now with 3 times greater scent control, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with new Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing, which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up! Oscar!
If we're the ones disproportionately impacted by these climate catastrophes, why should we be silent? Turning up the volume all year long on the climate conversation for KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. So civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA Can also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007 they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA Can believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news. You're inside the Raw Report. With Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
You are live right here, right now on the Raw Report, and it is me, Keith Underwood, sitting in for the very lovely Robin Ayers. Let's see what we got going on over in the chat. Penny Thompson, happy Thursday to you. Then also, Forrest Harrison, what's up? How you doing, brother? Oh, thank you. I appreciate the love, and I can't wait for you to check out the show this weekend and every Saturday and Sunday. Let's get on back over here into these topics. I got a special contributor that's going to be joining me this evening, and she's the CEO of Black Media Zone, and she likes to call that joint BMZ, the Black TMZ, and Hollywood Lifestyle Media, and she's also a seasonal celebrity event director. Welcome to the Raw Report, Shelly Guillory.
Hello.
Hey. What's up?
It's good.
Yeah, it was so nice meeting you at the Debbie Allen's little soiree that she had last week. It was really good meeting you.
Nice to meet you as well. It was a pleasure.
Yes, and we said we were going to do a little collaborations together, and so here we are.
Yes.
Yeah, so Shelly, tell me a little bit about yourself and how that led you to creating Black Media Zone.
I am the creator and the CEO of Black Media Zone. You can catch me on Instagram at blackmedia.zone. It came about because, of course, I was watching TMZ, and I didn't see enough of us on there, and I just said, well, why don't I create something for our culture?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it all started from. And a little over a year ago, I started attending a variety of celebrity events, and the platform grew bigger and bigger, and I get invited to a lot of celebrity events to come cover for media for them. And so from that point on, everything just grew and is continuing to grow.
Okay, you got your pedigree over there. So, what is, yeah, I know what an event director is, but what is a seasonal celebrity event director?
Well, I said seasonal because there's a season for everything. So
Right.
I'm called upon, like during the summertime, there's more events going on in Hollywood. So I said seasonal because, in the summertime, everybody's outside. So I basically attend a lot of events and get invited to a lot of events. So I say seasonal because in the wintertime, it's a little slow. Springtime, it picks up a little bit, but the summer, everybody's outside, so that's why
We
I call it
outside.
seasonal. It's not every day and not every week that an event come along. So
Nice. And what do you love most about what you do, Shelly?
meeting people, and for me, I just feel like the people that I've encountered recently, mostly celebrities, and then there's, people that's up-and-coming artists that I definitely am rooting for. Those are the people that have supported our platform, and so those are the people, over 30,000 and literally like in a year. And those are the people that support our platform the most because they're up-and-coming and they can't get on TMZ or they can't get on mainstream media. So our platform, we basically help them, post anything that they're working on or anything that's up and coming that they, want the public to know about. So our platform, it doubles for celebrities as well as, up and coming D-list event, people that's doing events. So it's a platform for, all levels.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I want to get into a little bit of not celebrity news, but a little bit of the news about black entertainment with you, Shelley. And let's talk about it. Hollywood's diversity is at risk. There are job cuts that are hitting black-led projects with all these industry shakeups that are going on. So Hollywood is facing a seismic shift as job cuts ripple through the industry, and the hardest hit projects appear to be those led by black creators and filmmakers. And according to a recent report, even ventures backed by major players like Goldman Sachs aren't immune to the belt tightening. And this trend, it raises some serious questions about diversity and inclusion commitments as minority-led initiatives. As Hollywood navigates these turbulent times, many are left to wonder, is this merely a financial decision, or are there deeper biases that are at play? Let's get into it, Shelley. So, do you think Hollywood is using this whole, we ain't got no money or money's slim right now? Are they using that as an excuse to sideline black talent, black voices, and black projects? What do you think?
I believe definitely it's an excuse because Hollywood have a lot of money. Even during the shutdown, I know a lot of people that were, on the other side that were gravely affected. And they continued on like business as usual. So I don't believe for a hot second that, it have anything to do with they don't have the money.
Right.
They have the money.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
Okay. So I believe that, it's not a money factor for Hollywood because they've been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. So I don't think that they're broke. Definitely not broke. But to sideline black content and black creators and, anything black. I believe that, they probably figure, not to say those people, but those people probably in their head that they're saying that, they're not going to cut it. So we get shelved. We're always the first to get shelved. Unfortunately, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
I agree with you, Shelley, and I think also what tends to happen is that mainstream projects, I'll be politically correct, that and some actors and some Caucasian actors, they get time and chance and chance and chance again, or a producer, they get a chance over and over. A project, it gets canceled after 6 months or a season, and they get another chance to come back. We don't get that same opportunity. What's up, Andy? You wanted to say something?
I mean, like, just listening to the conversation, right? I'm not going to lie. It's irritating me, right? But at the same time, listening to your story, Miss Shelley, it's inspiring because you hear this story so many times about, black people are knocking on a door, right? We're knocking on the door, but you're not really opening the door for us. Or if you do open the door for us, it comes with some sort of, you got to do this in order to get to where you want to. So I've always just felt like, especially recently, look, it might be a more challenging and difficult path, but I think entrepreneurship, creating your own network, creating your own platform like you did, Miss Shelley, is quite frankly the way to go. You know what I'm saying? If black people were the ones influencing culture, but we don't own anything, I hate to say it, we may need to do a little bit of some gatekeeping here or whatnot. So I just want to salute you, Shelley, for creating that platform. And like, look, if Hollywood don't want to open a door, I'm gonna open my own doors and whatnot. It may be a little bit difficult, but I'm making it happen. So
that's right. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And Shelley, why do you think that black-led projects seem to be always the first ones that they want to cut when they say budgets are tight? It never fails. It's always us first.
I believe that Hollywood don't believe in us. That's just my opinion. Again,
No. Yes.
I don't believe that they believe in us to an extent that there's Denzel Washington. There's only a few top black actors. That's A-list, and you can name them on one hand. And I'm saying Denzel because he's one of my faves, of course. I'm biased. And, there's a few, but there's not that many. And I believe that, they're only allowing certain ones in. You get my drift? They're only allowing certain ones.
Yes.
And the certain ones are going to do what they're told to do. And somebody like me coming in, because I'm a hothead and I'm not going to take no for an answer. Like, people tell me, oh, there's already a TMZ. I'm like, okay, and there's a BMZ. It's not TMZ, it's a BMZ for our culture. And I've heard that repeatedly. So I'm like, okay, I'm creating a lane for us, for our culture. And yes, there's room for other people. There's room for BMZ because BMZ is going to be the next TMZ.
Right. And you know what's funny?
And I'm putting it out there. So
yes. And you know what's funny about what you said, Shelly, is that haters are going to hate always and forever.
Yes.
And, you know, whenever people see someone trying to do something positive, we have to be very, very careful that we don't come at them with talk about failure or this is already out there. Not at this point, at this point in time, there is nothing that's new under the sun. Everything has been done before. But what you're doing is, like you said, you're putting a unique twist on it and making it very specific to us and our culture. And you're not trying to drag us like we might see on some outlets like TMZ.
Right, exactly. Everything is positive. Everything is, you know, by design.
Yes.
Where it's only showcasing Black excellence, strictly Black excellence.
I love
Anything
that.
that's positive that's going on in our community, I'm there. Baseball games, you know, anything that's positive.
Yes.
That, you know, our community is doing, I'm there.
Yes. Do you think with some of these budget cuts, let's just keep it real. Do you think some racial biases are at play, and if so, how?
It goes back to slavery. They don't believe in us. They're pretty much
We're
like
property.
Yeah, we're you know, basically stay on the plantation. They don't want you to you know.
If they can control the narrative,
succeed.
if they can control the narrative, if they can control the story, if they can control most of the money and the creativity,
Absolutely.
then it's.
And they're,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, they're saying, yeah, they're in control of everything, and they're going to always be in control of everything because that's just their nature. They don't want nobody else to succeed. It's just them. And, you know, we allow that, but how can we change it just due to the fact that we don't have the finance because they have, you know, billions and billions of dollars. So they can easily, you know, sideline anyone.
Mm-hmm. So what,
you know, that's trying to, you know, come up.
yeah. So what can all of this mean, you know, for like the fate of Black projects and Black representation and Black stories in the future? I personally think it goes back to what Andy said. You know, we're going to have to start not only creating our own platforms, but we also have to start collaborating. And I say this all the time, and I want to make this clear for all of my Caucasian brothers and sisters and anyone else, is that inclusion does not mean exclusion. Because we work with one another does not mean that we cannot work with like-minded people that might not look like us. But we have to understand that amongst Black people, there is a power in collaborating amongst ourselves.
Yes, I do believe that collaboration is the key, and that's very important. But the support, if you don't have that in addition to the collaboration, it's not going to work.
That's right.
And I believe definitely they go hand in hand.
Yes.
You can collaborate till you're blue in the face, but if you don't have the support of others, that's going to help you along the way, because you can't do it by yourself. I didn't do this by myself. I had the community that supported me. I started with one idea a year ago, and it turned out over 30,000 people started supporting us, even celebrities. And I can't name, you can go on my page and see the celebrities that follows us.
Come on now.
So it's definitely the support that I say is the key thing in order to make a change and to, you know, to have that shift. But right now, if we don't do those two things, we're doomed. We're not doomed, but we have a long way to go.
Right. Andy, you wanted to say something real quick? Okay. Quickly, Sherry, how can we ensure that diversity and inclusion commitments don't get abandoned in times of crisis, that we don't get pushed by the wayside? And tell me something quickly.
We just have to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
If they tell us no, we just have to keep going, and we have to, join forces and network and keep it going. We just have to, stick together. We have to just do it together.
That's right. That's right. And when we
As a
come
unit.
and when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580, more of the Raw Report.
Proud. Stand tall, don't stand at all. Come on. Yeah. Break it down. Yeah. What we do? We survive. It's more than pride. Word. You stay alive. Word. Ready to ride. 1, 2, 1, 2. We survive. It's more than pride. Yeah. We stay alive. Ready to ride. Run it down, yo. We survive. June 11, 2001. Timothy McVeigh is executed. In the country breathe a sigh of relief. Goodness prevail over evil, it seems.
I'm Avery Wilson, and you're watching It's Robin Ayers.
More of The Raw Report with Robin Ayers when we come forward.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. New York City Schools Chancellor David Banks is retiring earlier than expected. Banks, who is black, originally said he was going to retire at the end of the year, but now his retirement date has been moved up to October 16th. Banks says he was forced to resign by Black Mayor Eric Adams. The move comes after Governor Hochul, who has the power to remove Adams from office, is putting the pressure on the mayor to fill positions with people who are going to be responsible. It comes as federal corruption charges were leveled at Adams and may include more at City Hall. Dock workers in Louisiana are on strike with no end in sight. They want higher pay and a ban on automation, which threatens their jobs. But Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise says that's not going to happen. He called on President Biden to break the strike because he fears a ripple effect through the economy. The White House, meanwhile, says they are urging the two sides to stay at the negotiation table. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
In El Monte, a 4-car accident is blocking the right lane of the 10 West after Durfee Avenue, Garvey split. Stop delays are building up from Baldwin Park Boulevard. Over in Anaheim Hills, the 15-minute backup from Glassell Street, Kramer Boulevard split continues as an accident in the center divide of the 91 East before Ware Canyon Road, Yorba Belinda Boulevard split. Multi-vehicle accident remains to the right shoulder of Woodland Hills 101 South at Ventura Boulevard. Also, continue to watch for heavy traffic over 25 minutes over in Hollywood's 101 South between Hollywood Boulevard and the 10 7th Street interchange.
October Cybersecurity Awareness Month. One way to help protect yourself is updating your passwords. Using the same one for multiple accounts can make you vulnerable to cyber criminals. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, you need LifeLock. Start a 30-day free trial at lifelock.com/cybersafety.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The lawsuit filed by former USC star running back Reggie Bush against the NCAA, Pac-12 Conference, and USC has taken a strange turn. Bush wants USC to pay for his legal expenses. The former Heisman Trophy winner is suing the NCAA, Pac-12, and USC for money he believes he should have earned under name, image, and likeness guidelines. There was no NIL when Bush played for USC. Bush contends that the NCAA, Pac-12, and USC benefited from his popularity. That might be true, but Bush is in a strange territory, suing USC and asking them to pay for his attorney fees. No response yet from USC, although it is unlikely the school would agree to something like that. Bush won the Heisman Trophy in 2005. He was forced to give it up in 2010 after an investigation revealed he received improper benefits while playing for USC. The NCAA returned the Heisman to Bush in April. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
I need you, dollar, that's what I need.
KBLA Talk 1580 celebrates small businesses, the enduring lifeblood of our community, with the launch of the KBLA SMB Marketplace. For the first time, small to medium-sized businesses will have an opportunity to promote their goods and services on KBLA and take advantage of our powerful reach and local marketing power. The SMB Marketplace is hosted exclusively on KBLA1580.com and is accessible from all our social media channels. Whether you're a small mom and pop restaurant, a car dealership, or a professional practitioner, we invite you to join in this new KBLA Talk 1580 initiative to promote your business. As a Black-owned small business, you don't want to miss this unique opportunity to gain new customers on KBLA Talk 1580. For more information, contact us today at smb@kbla1580.com. That's smb@kbla1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
And if I share with you my story, would you share your shadow with me?
Time to get This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You can even just with impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and multiple powertrains. Chevy Silverado, the first ever Silverado EV, Colorado and Tahoe have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, together let's drive. 0% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $27.78 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 9.3%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 10/31/24.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
Keeping you informed about what's really going on. Who's got next? And what not to miss in entertainment. You're listening to The Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Let me tell you why I love him. 'Cause he is the truth. Said he is so real. And I love the way that he makes me feel.
All right.
And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly.
You are tuning into the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580. I am Keith Underwood, sitting in for the very lovely Robin Ayers. And let's see what you guys got saying over here in the chat. Let's see here. Morris Phillips, he said the corporate door is a narrow door. Folks, we live in a selfish, individualist environment. There's no moral compass in business. And Penny Thompson said, Black excellence, positivity is priceless. Thank you, Shelley. She also said, good evening, Morris. And Morris said, hello, Miss Penny. And Penny said, man was never meant to live on an island. If you want to join in on the conversation with us, please call in at 800-920-1580. And you can also join us on the chat, the YouTube chat at KBLA 1580. Shelley. Yes. Hey, what's up?
I'm here.
All right. Shelley, have you been tuning in? You know, we just lost the phenomenal John Amos.
Yes, that was terrible news.
Yeah, no, it really was, and very sad, and if anyone's been following his story in his last days, there was a lot of turmoil and kind of family conflict around it as well. And now that we have lost John Amos, we know famously as James Evans, James on Good Times, that his family, that they suspect elder abuse and some foul play in his death. So we're covering a tragic twist in this passing of the legendary John Amos, who brought us unforgettable performances in Good Times and Roots. His family has come forward with troubling allegations claiming that there may be more to his death than meets the eye. According to his daughter, Shannon Amos, the family believes John was potentially a victim of elder abuse and financial exploitation in his final days. Now, Shannon has alleged that suspicious transactions and unexplained injuries and questionable caretaking have all raised red flags. She's also reported that her father expressed fears about his safety and his well-being before his passing, leading the family to suspect foul play. Now, I know some of you are saying that, that Shannon and her brother, John Amos Jr., that they had some conflict going on amongst one another. But this here says that the family suspects foul play. So these revelations have sparked a whirlwind of speculation and concern as fans and friends try to make sense of how a beloved figure like John Amos could be caught in such a devastating situation. As the family pushes for a thorough investigation, we're left with many unanswered questions. Could someone have taken advantage of the beloved actor's vulnerable state? And will the truth about what really happened finally come to light? Shirley, let's talk a little bit about it. How could, this tears me up just a little bit. I'm very sensitive, especially not just with older black celebrities, but just with older people in general. So how could someone so beloved and respected fall victim to such devastating circumstances? And what could have been maybe some of the warning signs that might have been missed? And that goes for like any elderly person. Like what kind of things should we be watching out for, when the care of our elders are in the hands of someone else?
Well, if he expressed to the family, from my understanding, he expressed to the family that he was concerned about his safety and his well-being.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and especially if there's, signs of, what would you call, if there's
elder
bruises
abuse
or anything of some sort. Yeah. Separate from the elderly abuse, that, an older person really can't express themselves, especially, I don't know, did he have dementia or anything like that? So I don't know to say that, he was being abused, but from my understanding, he was being abused. But it's sad to hear that happened to him. And, I don't know if the family wasn't, taking care of him, like going to see him, like on a regular basis to know this, and should have taken him out of there if, they were saying that, he was being abused. So if they knew this, they should have taken him out of there a while ago. So my understanding is this has been going on for a while.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, my take on this, and, and I have elderly parents. Yeah, I know I have elderly parents. And, you have to take care of your parents like you do a business. There has to be checks and balances in place. You need to make sure, just like you do with your finances, hopefully, that you're checking them, if not every week, every 2 weeks, every month, making sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And like you said, Shelley, you have to make sure that if you can visit them all the time, that you go in and you check on them and make sure that they're okay. That's just absolutely key. Our elders, especially those who have paved the way in our community, are they receiving the protection and the respect that they deserve?
Yes. And that's my other, question is, they're saying that he reported this to them, to the daughter, and did they actually do anything about it, or they just left him there and didn't go check on him often? Because they should have removed him from there if he expressed that to them. So that was, they were doing him a disservice. Definitely as elderly abuse on their part as well.
Yeah.
They should be accountable.
Andy, you wanted to say something about it?
See, now I'm curious to know, how he treated his kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it sounds like, you know, he was crying out to the kids, but the kids just was like, yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it just got me thinking, like, you know, was he, I don't know, was he being disrespectful to his own children? Disrespect is the only word that I could think of right now, but just, was he being abusive verbally, or, I mean, obviously it's not physical, you know, but who knows?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it just sounds odd to me that it feels as if, like, the kids just didn't care.
Yeah. And it's funny because, like, you know, that reminds me of the Brian McKnight, you know, scenario, and, you know, now Monique and a few other celebrities of what's going on in their households. But I have seen plenty, especially in his later years and when his son was doing more of the caring for his care, that he was in Instagram videos with him. I think they had a podcast together for a little while. So I don't think that they've released all of the details of the situation yet. But wow, I mean, this is just, I mean, it's just so deep. I mean, you know, he was Black America's father, you know, for,
Yeah.
you know, so for all of the seasons that Good Times was on the air. So it's just really a very, very sad situation. Shelley, do you think there's enough being done to address the issue of elder abuse and exploitation within Black families and Black communities?
I don't have the answer to that, to be honest.
Yes.
Because I haven't experienced anything as such.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I just,
I can't answer that.
yeah, and I'll just, you know, continue on that. I just think that, no, I don't think there is enough being done because, like we were talking about in the previous story about entertainment, that sometimes we get lost. We get lost in the shuffle. And we already know that when it comes to just general medical care in general. So we have to make sure that we're advocating for our elders. And when we come forward, more of the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580.
What's up, y'all? It's Navon Love, and I'm chilling with Robin. I'm the Raw Report.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Looking for a purposeful and passionate way to make a difference in your community? Volunteer with our Senior Medicare Patrol and help prevent Medicare fraud. S&P volunteers work in their community educating peers about healthcare fraud and how to prevent and detect it. Free training starts soon. Check us out online or at an S&P open house near you. We're on a mission to stop fraud. Join our team. You make a difference. Visit ca-smp-volunteer.org. Black Women for Wellness and Stand LA are standing up against harmful oil drilling in South Los Angeles. Our Bad Neighbors campaign exposes the serious health risks of drilling in our neighborhoods. You've seen the billboards, posters, and coffee sleeves around South LA. Now join the movement to protect our health, our families, and our future. Visit bwwla.org/no-drilling to learn more and get involved. That's bwwla.org/no-drilling.
This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You can even just with impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and multiple powertrains. Chevy Silverado, the first ever Silverado EV, Colorado and Tahoe have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, together let's drive. 0% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $27.78 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 9.3%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 10/31/24.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying Black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
As we go a little something like this.
Hey, it is me, D.L. Hughley, and I am thrilled to be heard weekdays in my hometown on KBLA Talk 1580. So check out the D.L. Hughley Afternoon Show weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580. We got a whole lot to talk about, let me tell you.
That's for the real.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news. You're inside the Raw Report. With Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
You're right here tuning in to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580 with me, Keith Underwood, sitting in for the phenomenal Robin Ayers. Woo, y'all have a lot to talk about over in the chat. Let's see here. Forrest Harrison said, I heard his daughter on an interview last night that her brother was on drugs and kidnapped John while draining his bank accounts. She and the family couldn't find him for 2 years. And he also said the son left him at a hospital where he got sicker and died. Wow, man. That's why everyone didn't hear of his passing for a month after. That's real. I forgot about that. And until every elderly person can live out the rest of their lives loved, safe, and happy, then no, we as a society are not doing enough. That came from Penny Thompson, and Forrest Harrison backed it up with the whole family found out at the same time as we did on social media. Man, it's a very sad case, and we're going to keep our eyes and ears on that one. Miss Shelley.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. How about yourself?
Well, I'm fantabulous.
That's right.
So let's I know everybody's waiting. Let's get into a little bit of Diddy talk. So there's been a legal shakeup. One of Diddy's accusers, Keisha Hines, she loses her lawyers over some fundamental disagreements in this very high-profile case. So it seems that a surprising development in the Sean Diddy Combs' ongoing legal battle. In a shocking turn of events, the lawyers representing his accuser, Keisha Hines, have abruptly filed to withdraw from the case. The legal team cited a fundamental disagreement over how to proceed with the case, and reportedly due to the conflicting strategies and communication breakdowns. This unexpected exit has left many speculating about what's really happening behind the scenes. Miss Shelley, let's get into this.
Let's get into it.
All right. What do you think could have caused such a major disagreement between Keisha Hines and her legal team, and that made them say, you know what, we got to step back off of this?
First of all, holes in the case, where she probably couldn't get her lie straight. Because it's weird to me that so many people are coming out now, but nobody came out, a couple years ago when they were all partying with him. I mean, you're talking about from A-list celebrities that's not coming out to support him. I'm going to support that young man just due to the fact that I don't know him. And until the facts are presented, then I'll make my decision. And we should all do that as well, to support this young man because he looks like us. He looks like my brother. He looks like your brother. He looks like the next person's brother. And we shouldn't condemn that young man until all the facts are presented.
And I'm with you on part of that. Like, some of the things that might have happened at the parties and the sex trafficking, but everybody saw Diddy beating on Cassie. Everybody saw that. So what are your thoughts about that?
Well, that situation, he came out and said he didn't do it, but the tape said otherwise. However, Cassie was in that relationship for years, and I'm sure that wasn't the first time he did it. He just happened to do it on camera. She allowed that because she had unfortunately, my mom was in a relationship that was very abusive. So I witnessed abuse, and firsthand abuse. So I'm saying, she didn't have any kids, and not to blame her. She's not at fault, but she should have left because that's not the first scenario that happened. It just happened to be caught on camera. So women have the option to leave. Not every woman. Women with children, it's kind of a little sticky gray area for that. But women that doesn't have children can get up and leave from a situation. So I'm not going to blame her, but I just feel like, it was caught on tape, but she had the option to leave, and she stayed.
Yeah, So what about the fact that, Cassie was very, very young when she got into this relationship with Diddy, and I'm sure there were a lot of things that she didn't understand, about his world. And, and then there's a possibility, and as she has stated in the case, that he was threatening, her, that if she ever left, or if she ever reported, what was happening behind closed doors, that he would make sure that she wouldn't say anything else. And when you're so young and you're so innocent, and I know from the outside that it can be sometimes easy for us, to say that. But when you think about those types of circumstances where you're immature and you don't know a lot about the world yet, and someone's threatening you, that can really, really change things. I too, my mother was in an abusive relationship as well, and I get that, and I would ask myself, that same question, especially with her being my mother and being my authority figure, but with someone like Cassie, who was just so young when she got with him, and who knows, I think they said some drug use or some drugging was happening as well. I mean, it's really sad, but I respect your honesty and your opinion, on the matter. But those are just my thoughts. Do you think that this legal shakeup suggests a weakness in the accuser's case, or could it reflect maybe some deeper conflicts over the strategy or the approach? Maybe she didn't like how they were going to come at the case, and she had a lot of input, and they were just like, well, we can't meet in the middle. We can't find a place where we agree on how to handle your case.
Well, I don't know to say that, she had a lot of input, or, because I wasn't even aware that they had, went their own way. But I've heard about the situation and the other women that's come out with Gloria. I don't know. Is that the lady that came out with Gloria Allred? Or that's a different one?
I think that's a different one, yes. There's several, yes.
Yeah, there's several. So for me, I just feel like, she probably didn't like the direction that they probably were going in, or, they probably didn't like that. Okay, she couldn't keep her lies straight if there were lies. I don't know. But, for me to say, okay, it could have been this or that, I don't know. But I just feel like if they went their own ways, they couldn't meet in the middle, like you said. But at the same time, a lot of it's questionable to me from these women that's coming out now, and when they should have come out, months and months ago or years ago when this was all taking place.
Yeah.
So I don't believe everything that's coming out about him. But, again, when the facts come out, when they present it in court, then that's when I'll make my full decision.
Yeah.
But I can't say I'm 50-50 right now.
Right.
On everything that's going on, unfortunately.
Yeah, and like I said, I agree with you on a lot of the points that we don't know, that we have not seen. I definitely agree with you there. As a black woman, Shelley, do you feel that that black women are being fairly supported and represented when they come forward with allegations against high-profile individuals? And like you were saying, go a little deeper into that. Why do you feel that if they didn't come out earlier and and talk about it, and and they wait, why do you think that's problematic towards their case and then the court of public opinion?
As a woman, and I've seen women being abused, they don't come out because of fear. And I just feel like, if something's going on, you have to, let the police know. You don't want to be a snitch, but if you're being abused and you really don't want to be in that situation, you have to tell somebody. You have to, get the authority involved. I hate to say that, but because, in our community, we're not supposed to do that, but that's a whole other conversation.
Right. And well, I advocate that if any, woman or person, is out there and you're in an abusive relationship or a dangerous relationship or a situation, please contact, your authorities and
say something. Right.
Yes. And so we definitely encourage that. Shelley Guillory, this has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me on the Raw Report. Tell us again where we can find BMZ on social media.
Yes, and thank you, Keith, for the invitation. I appreciate you. And shout out to Black in the Green Room.
Thank
you. You can find us on Instagram. Yes. And you can find us on Instagram at blackmedia.zone, ZONE. That's blackmedia.zone. And we're also on TikTok, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and our website is www.blackmedia.zone. Again, www.blackmedia.zone.
All right. Shelly Guillory, thank you so much again for joining us on the Raw Report. I will holla at you soon.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
All right now. And speaking of Black in the Green Room, you do not want to miss Black in the Green Room with me this weekend on October 5th and 6th, where our special guest will be Ray Chu, and he's the music director for Dancing with the Stars, and he'll be dropping by to share incredible stories from his career and discuss his latest musical collaboration, Jam, featuring legends like Stephanie Mills, MC Light, and Doug E. Fresh. Tune in for a dynamic conversation on the artistry, legacy, and the power of collaboration. This show is going to be a good one, y'all. And I will be right back here tomorrow night with you on the Raw Report, sitting in for the lovely Robin Ayers, right here on KBLA Talk 1580.